William Dafoe once said, "With theater, you have to be ready for anything." Theater, the stage, where art becomes reality. Haven't we done this before? Axe Theater. The building next door to it was a saloon originally, and it was the only structure here. That structure was built in the 1890s, and as far as we can tell, somewhere around 1903, that structure was torn down and turned into a brick building. The history here is immense and as far back as you can find. We were able to once again meet with Miss Marky Hebert, Vice President of the Board of Axe Theater, and since the last time we met, she had done some digging into the history of the building.
Since then, we found out all about the history of our area. Our neighborhood was called Battle Row. There were a lot of...
Battle Row?
Yeah, there were a lot of turf disputes, and so that's where it got its nickname.
Turf. So this was an area that we would consider bad.
Yes. So when the railroad was laid, it became kind of the main street because everybody got off the railroad station a few blocks down. I think it was the Southern Pacific Station.
Okay.
And it was a hotbed of saloons and brothels and things like that. So we don't know exactly what was there before the theater was built, but it was a really popular area. Okay. Also, the tracks were laid in, I think, 1870, so it definitely took World War I, II soldiers, Korean War soldiers.
Okay.
They would have maybe gotten off at the station, come to the theater, gone to the businesses around us. It was a very popular area until about the 1920s when cars started to be more widely used.
Okay.
So if we were built in 1903, we are officially, as far as I can tell, the oldest theater in the state.
How awesome would that be?
Yeah, really.
The last time we were here, has any activity increased, or has there been any...
We had a couple of stories when we were doing Little Mermaid. Some of our volunteers were in the theater by themselves, and we had a vanity. And to make it easier to move the vanity, we Velcroed all of the things on top of it, like heavy-duty Velcro. Okay. So two of them were in the theater before anybody else got there, and they said they heard a huge crash, and they went to go see, and everything had fallen off of the vanity,
The last time we were here, we were looking for a gentleman named William, the Candy Man. He sold candy and goods to the people out front before theaters sold them inside. And we didn't find William, but we did find somebody. On our previous expedition, one of our Guestigators, Rain, had a truly terrifying moment when the obelisk said her name and acknowledged her previous statement that she was shaking by using the word tremors.
Oh my god, I'm shaking so bad. I feel like there's something I'm scared.
Tonight, we have a Guestigator from Visit Lake Charles, and we're going to show her what's really possible when you tap in to the other side. So the last time we were here, you told me that there were times when people would hear their own name Do you remember the last time we were here?
Yeah.
Rain got her own name on the obelisk, and how that made her feel.
Mm-hmm.
That was truly
Yeah.
an intense moment for that investigation. Do you think tonight that we might run into some of the similar things like that?
I don't know. We had a volunteer who passed away, and so she was the one that was most often reported to us right after she had passed away. I'd never met her, but the stories that I heard was that she was the one that was calling names. So maybe we'll see.
Maybe that'd be really neat. You guys are just now starting to dig into the history of the building. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me why that happened?
Well, so you actually had asked me about it, and I realized I only knew a few things that had been told to me, but I didn't know anything for sure. So I went to our website to go look at our history page, and it's not very clear. The dates that are listed are conflicting, and it needs to be rewritten, so we decided we were going to start digging. You actually are a huge part of the reason we're going to find out where our theater comes from.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
We appreciate that acknowledgement. That's really good. We appreciate that we can help make things like that come about and spark an interest. You know. So the last time we were here, we got the name Stephen a lot, and we got the name Ed a lot. Can you tell me, have we heard anything about them?
We haven't, but I'm hoping when we dig in, maybe we'll find some more. Maybe when we have some owners' names or some kind of employers' names or something. You know, the theater was a movie house, like I had told you. They were a silent movie house up until the technology came for sound. But in between playing movies, they were a vaudeville theater. They would have small acts, local people, most likely magicians, comedians, maybe a piano player.
Okay.
They actually had the stage for the piano player because when they played silent movies, someone played live accompaniment. So
I got you.
Film.
I got you.
So in between, to kind of supplement what they were showing, they would have performers.
Okay.
So that was something I didn't know prior to
Very cool.
Our last investigation.
This building right here was built in the 1890s. And as far as we can tell, it was torn down in 1903 and rebuilt out of brick. It was originally a saloon, and somewhere between 1920 and 1925, this building was added on as a theater.
A big part of why I love to do what we do is being able to learn the history of locations and share with all of you.
Originally started as the Louisiana Theater, and in 1939 it became the Dixie Theater. The Dixie Theater was extremely important in segregation era because it was one of the only two theaters that catered to African Americans. They were allowed to sit downstairs by the stage itself. There was an entrance on the side that was labeled whites only, and white people had to sit in the balcony upstairs. They weren't allowed near the stage.
With such a rich history, what will we find in Axe Theater tonight?
In 1947, there was a fire that burned this building down, and it was rebuilt as the Dixie Theater again. In 1976, the building was renamed Ebony Theater. And from 1976 until 1989, when Axe took over, that was what it remained. Today, it's a theater for performing arts, and it's a theater for movie showings from time to time. We were asked to make a top list, and we were asked by Visit Lake Charles, the tourist bureau. And so I understand that in order to make sure that we're telling the truth, one of their employees is volunteering to be with us tonight.
Yeah, we've invited someone to come and join in with us tonight whenever we investigate.
Does this person know that they're going to stay with us?
She's going to stay with us for a while. I don't think she knows what she's going to do other than follow us around and take some pictures. But.
Okay. So we're going to make her be involved in our investigation.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We're going to make her be involved in our investigation. That's what we're going to do.
Ask her politely to be involved in our investigation.
We're going to ask her politely before we have to make her be involved in our investigation.
Enter Miss Catherine Shea Duncan, Senior Director of Social Media and Communications at Visit Lake Charles.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
I have not, but I'm open to new experiences. So.
I like that. That's awesome. So what do you expect to come out tonight?
I'd just love to make some kind of memories and showcase, you know, what kind of experiences locals and visitors can get at Axe Theater in addition to great plays.
How did you hear about us?
Through Marky.
Through Marky?
Yes.
Yeah, so she told you about her last experience.
Yes, and y'all did an interview or one of your videos at Imperial Capuchin Museum.
We did. We shot
Yes,
an episode
and
at
so,
Imperial Capuchin
yes,
Museum.
and I
yes.
watched that as well.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think about it?
It was great.
It was great?
I'm on the board there, so I was like,
Okay.
oh, okay, so maybe I should like
Very cool. So
strictly
stay
come
away
here.
from
Mhm.
the African
Yeah.
death
Mhm. Yeah.
masks.
Mhm.
There's an issue there. So would you be okay tonight if I were to use you as some sort of a trigger object?
Yes.
That's a maybe.
Yes, as of right now.
Yes.
Well, give me a few minutes or
Okay.
maybe a few hours
Okay.
into the show, and I might tell you no.
Okay.
But
And-
as of right now, yes.
Okay, all right. So I'll go with that. We'll do that. That's good. And while we have to wait on the train to pass to continue filming, it's a solemn reminder to me of the story of Iris and the man from the train, which makes me feel the urge to share with Catherine. Do you know the story of the murder that happened? You don't know any of them?
No, I don't know anything.
All right. Did you watch any of these episodes? There was a two-part episode here already.
No.
No, from us. You didn't see any of it? Good.
Good?
Good. That's good. That's good.
No, I'm just coming here completely blind.
I was talking to one of our security officers that frequents our building, telling him about the investigation. We were talking about the past investigation and the one coming up, and he asked me how the past had gone. And while we were talking about it, our front door swung open.
Wow.
It was in the middle of a show. So it was probably 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
And those doors are heavy.
Yeah, I don't know, it wasn't latched, I don't think, but still it wasn't open enough for the wind to have just taken it.
Was it windy outside?
A little, it wasn't horrible. He went outside to go make sure nobody had thrown the door open from the outside. We just sort of looked at each other like,
Wow.
so yeah, I don't know. That was kind of odd.
Okay. That's excellent. That's awesome. So we made this top 5 list, and between myself and my team, we voted. Not only did Axe Theater make the top 5 list, Axe Theater is number 1 on our top 5
Wow.
list of the most haunted locations in Lake Charles, Louisiana that we have personally investigated. Axe Theater absolutely had more activity, more direct conversation, and more intelligent answers than any other location we've been to. So we're really glad that you're going to let us come back in there tonight and investigate. We're really glad that you're going to stay with us again,
Yeah.
and because you were a really integral part of the first investigation, and we hope that we have an exciting night, and I think that it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, we'll use you as a trigger object again,
Sure.
and we should be able to pull out, hopefully, somebody's name. One of our Guestigators was on the stage, and she said, "I'm shaking really bad." She was like, it spit out some words that were very relevant, and so she got nervous. And then it said rain and tremors, and that was really awesome. So that's the kind of evidence we look for, right?
Okay.
Real quick story. There was a girl around the corner from here, about a block or so over. Her name was Iris. And the story goes that she was murdered in her home. She was 11 years old, and she was slit from ear to ear. And when the mom found her, the theory was that the way that she was murdered was very similar to other murders that follow the train tracks. And so if you follow this story, it goes all the way back to New York, and there is a theory that Jack the Ripper actually made it to New York and got away. So how does that make you feel, since the train runs like right here?
I would have liked to not know that story. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's
It's a true story, right?
Wow.
So there's even a book about it. It's called The Man from the Train. Marky actually told me about that book, and it's a really good book.
So Iris and William are the 2 suspected energies here.
No.
Neither of them. There are more.
There's
Is
some
it
other.
Ed and Steve?
There's a couple of other people here.
Okay.
A couple other things here. Iris is not here. Iris is at the other location, and you need to go watch that episode if you like what we do, and we would appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But there's an Ed and a Steven, and we have yet to place who those people are, but they were very prominent in our investigation last time. So, yeah, it was really good. So, we're excited to have you. You excited to be here?
I'm very excited to be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to get nervous and leave, or?
No, I
Okay.
won't get nervous and leave. I might, just get nervous.
Okay. All right. So you're good with sitting by yourself in the dark?
No, absolutely not.
All right. So, that's all I need. That's it.
Beginning the night, all 4 of the group go to the projector room, and I explain to Catherine what an S-Box does, and then we begin our session, trying to find Stephen, the one that we know is there. We get no answer, and then we receive a statement that could be pertaining to the ladies with me.
Okay, so did you hear Stephen? Like, Stephen, are you with us? Stephen, if you're with us, can you say your name, please? Do you remember me from before?
Is this voice referring to the girls as cuties? You decide.
Do you remember Morgan or Marky? Marky's here all the time. Yes. Say hi, my name is, and how are you?
Me?
Yes.
Hi, my name's Catherine. How are you?
That's the same female. That's the same female. What is your name?
What was that?
I don't know who that was. He was heavy. What is your name, sir? You sounded like you weren't too thrilled that we're here. What was your name? Did you hear that whisper?
No.
That was super awesome. That's
weird.
exactly what she sounded like the first time. That's exactly what she sounded like.
That was weird.
Is this female affirming my statement earlier that the gentleman did not sound like he wanted us there? You decide.
You sounded like you weren't too thrilled that we're here. Can you please tell me your name? What was it?
Caitlin?
Caitlin?
I don't know.
I didn't. I heard the A sound, but I didn't.
I got like a Hayden or an Aiden
Well,
or something like that.
We have all
Aiden
this
did.
recorded. We can play back. So
Yeah.
While it is extremely faint, and none of us heard it during that moment, the camera captured the word nope in recording after I asked if the name we heard was Caitlin.
Kate, is your name Caitlin?
In an effort to get a reaction, I let the spirits of Axe Theater know that they have made this location our #1 pick for the most haunted in Lake Charles, and we get the reaction we wanted.
So we ranked the top 5 haunted locations in Lake Charles, and this place is number 1. Did you know that? Yes. Yeah, you did. Yes. Yeah, you did. I don't even know what to say to that. That was awesome.
That was a very quick
That was
response
so
too.
absolutely
They were
on
like,
point.
After a few moments, we repeat a question, and Catherine understands the answer clearly.
Okay, so can you tell me again one more time how many spirits are in this building? How many people are here?
yeah, I thought it was 6 before.
How does that make you feel? She's freaking out.
Yeah. No, I'm
Already.
fine.
That's awesome.
I'm fine. It's fine.
No, it's good. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine.
There are just 600 people here with us.
Right?
Before we end this session, we ask the spirits to say Catherine's name. We do not get a response at this time.
Right.
Yeah.
We got 3 M's.
So maybe just Catherine.
Just say Catherine's name. Can you say Catherine? If you say Catherine's name,
she's gone.
she might not stay any longer. Can you say Catherine?
We did, however, have an acknowledgement of what sounds like a female telling Catherine hello, which was only picked up by the camera's audio. As you can see, we did not react. One more response we received during this session was when Chris arrived at the back door. We asked if that was what we had heard earlier on the S-Box.
Alright, we gotta go down. We gotta get Chris. But, oh my god, a while ago, whenever we couldn't make it out, you think it said Chris?
Did it say uh-huh?
Yeah. Did you hear that?
And one final question gets us a relevant response.
Can you say Catherine?
While Chris and myself stay backstage and get zero response or evidence, Morgan, Catherine, and Marky move to the balcony and receive an extremely relevant response.
But I heard something.
Like steps or like a curtain?
Just like a brushing noise.
I heard it too, but I thought it was you.
No, it was not. Because I just said
Maybe it was the train
It was
coming?
like a brush. It was like something was brushed.
Sounded to me like the
Did you feel anything or no? Okay.
okay.
All right.
Reaching their destination and setting up the periscope, Morgan guides the team through an S-Box session. Immediately, they get a hit on the periscope.
Yeah. Oh, it's lighting up. Y'all see it?
Yeah, what's that?
That means there's something walking by it.
Shut up.
Okay. No, I'm serious. Did y'all see it?
And to add to the experience on the balcony, the S-Box begins to provide evidence.
What did it say?
I don't know.
Not understanding at the time, the voice said she ballets. Does this mean he watches the shows from the balcony? You decide.
What did it say?
I don't know.
Who's up here with us? Steven.
Girl. Did you hear Steven?
Yes.
And then,
Steven, what are you doing here? Shut up. I heard that one. I don't normally hear the one.
not one, but two confirmed Stevens from two different female voices on the S-Box. This repeat name from a previous investigation in Season 2 confirms there is an entity here named Steven, known by other entities in the building.
I heard that one. I don't normally hear the one.
Yeah.
Once again on this investigation, I use Marky and Chris to sing on stage to try and draw a reaction. With cat balls set out, we get what we were asking for.
Nights where the sun don't ever shine, I would shiver the whole night through.
Keep singing.
In the nights where the sun don't ever
There's a
shine,
huge
I would shiver the
cold spot
whole
right here.
night.
This chair is a huge cold spot.
My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me where did you sleep last night?
It's absolutely freezing right now.
In the pines where the sun don't ever shine, I would shiver the whole night.
And Morgan confirms what I feel.
I don't know. I just got like a chill in my whole body. Yeah, it's a lot colder there than it is.
Right. And I kind of bounced around rows. I wasn't sure what I was feeling where, but there's definitely something here as opposed to anywhere else around here. Yeah.
In an effort to prove my theory,
So right now we're like
I bring the mail meter, but before I can get a true measurement, the stage lights up.
So that's a cat ball.
Why is it lighting up?
Is it felt movement?
Yeah, did you move?
I did not move. I turned my head.
And I turned to walk back here, and then I turned around and it was like freaking out.
Focusing on the cat balls, we get another hit.
It lit up 3 times. Yeah. It's lighting up again.
So I have a really good angle. Chris is not moving like at all.
And then, on command,
Can you light it up again, please? Very, very awesome. Can you light it up one more time? Can you light up the other one on the other side? I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
and having Morgan run and jump across the stage, trying to set off the cat balls, and Chris move her feet and stomp on the stage where she's sitting to prove we did not set the cat balls off, give credence to our claim that something besides us made the cat balls move and light up.
But something is setting that off.
And this static camera gives a different angle, showing no one is moving on the stage during the time the cat balls light up. Are they trying to communicate because Chris is on stage? You decide. In one final effort to give Catherine an experience that she can remember for a lifetime, we go back to the projector room for one final S-Box session, and the evidence does not disappoint.
Is there anybody that would like to talk before we complete tonight's investigation? What do you have that you would like to say?
We give everyone the opportunity to ask one final question.
Are you gonna miss us when we're gone? Well, yeah.
Do you miss how the theater used to be before Axe had it?
A little bit.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Is this voice telling the actresses to break a leg? You decide.
Why won't you tell us the name of the woman that's here?
He was shouting.
I don't want
Yeah.
Heard what?
to. Like, I don't want to.
All right, Catherine, give me one good one. Good question. Real solid, like, good question.
Can you say my name?
Did that say Catherine?
It did.
Shut the I mean,
That absolutely said Catherine. Oh,
my
my
God.
God. That,
I just got chills. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
And that concludes the night.
And she never darkened out a story.
Finally, we get the name Catherine that we asked for in the beginning. And she gets an acknowledgement of you're welcome when she says thank you.
That's excellent. I mean, that's awesome.
Was
That's
spooky, yeah.
super awesome. That's what we do this for. That's the kind of stuff we do this for. That was great evidence.
And how did our Guestigator feel after the fact? We'll let her tell you.
I did not I'll say I did not expect to hear as much as I did. Lots of confirmation that there are definitely spirits here.
Okay.
I think the hearing that there were 6 people twice, not once but twice, was, and at the beginning of everything was, you know.
Yeah. How did it make you feel to hear your name?
Yeah, that was spooky. That was very spooky.
Excellent. High five. You did good. Proud
Thanks. Thank you.
of you. Thanks for coming.
Axe Theater. Once again, you did not disappoint. Our #1 pick in Lake Charles, Louisiana, as the most haunted location we've investigated thus far, holds true to its name, and we've proven to our Guestigator that she can have an impact on the evidence we receive, as do all the Guestigators and the energy they bring.